feel like the last time I played that one, it was not that long, but I don't know. What's up, guys? Welcome to Random UFC 317 Breakdown. I am your host. I am still and always the Paragon of Virtue. I am Lutorial. From what is probably my last appearance in public, joined by my bestie, the man with the plan, a canal, Panama, the best shades in the business, Big Steve, joining me from Australia. Big Steve, how we doing, buddy?
I'm all right, mate. It's an honor to be on the last show, supposedly. And I do
I
agree.
feel like you're shining me here. It's not an honor. You're shining me.
Nah, it's an honor. It's an honor. It's also an honor to be in the presence of that intro. I was smitten. I was like, wow, this is still going, but I'm just going to enjoy the ride. Just sit back and I was like, hopefully Lou talks first after the intro because I don't feel worthy to be the first person to open my mouth after that intro.
That intro is really for an audience of one, and that's our friend Luke, sparring with reality, who has joined us in the chat. If you're watching this, I appreciate you guys. Eric's in the chat. My guy Remdog. Wrestling ain't easy. Tremendous name. And my guy Eric Bets Fights. If any of you guys are coming in, I'll be honest, I don't give a fuck. I just wanted to break down a card. I'm happy that everybody comes in. If you've ever watched this kind of channel before, you know I will put pretty much anything and everything that you write in chat on the screen. I don't care. God forbid I ball buffed, and I don't want to make anybody mad. But there he is. That's good. I know who it is. All right, Steve. Let's get right to it with a barn burner. Janata Diniz against Alvin Hines. I did not put the lines up. I probably should just fucking do that. But Janata Diniz is a massive favorite. He's minus 500 at this moment. The under 1.5 and over 1.5 is minus 115 range. I have something I like here. What do you got, buddy?
Oh, you're not going to tell me? You're going to make me go
I'll
first?
start.
Nah, that's cool.
I think the over 1.5, over 1.5 gang stand up. Minus 115. Dude, I mean, I know Hines hasn't faced like a ton of people, but he does have some grappling upside. It doesn't look like he's not going to spam takedowns here, but seems pretty durable. I mean, he's never been finished. He seems durable. I mean, obviously, this is a big step up in class. If he does grapple, I don't think he finishes Diniz on the ground. Could be a lot of cage push. I think the over 1.5 is kind of all right. And Diniz is not a guy that never been like an urgent finisher guy. So I could see the first round being a little kind of either standoffish or a little cage push. I think over 1.5 is a solid bet at minus 115. Yeah, and I like this. Sprinkle Diniz decision. I mean, yeah, they're whaling this KO prop pretty heavily. Like Hines is so unknown in terms of how he's going to deal with getting hit a lot, but yeah, I like that look a lot. But the over 1.5 for me, at least minus 115 is a play. What do you got, Steve? Anything on this juice boy? Did you get Diniz early in the week?
No, I didn't. Friends have told me about it, but I didn't take advantage. I just didn't think I'll be playing even at minus 200. I'm not one of those guys that minus 200's value, but whatever it is now, it's not. Just still minus 200 is a very hard click. I know Hines. I just watched this fight with Latu. What a barn burner. That's probably the closest fight. Latu's a kickboxer. He was on Contender Series, and he gets dropped many times. And I will say, you say he won't shoot many takedowns, but in that fight, he just came out shooting takedowns like rabies. Mounted him, got up, got dropped, coming in for another takedown, just took him down and broke him. And he actually hurt Latu as well, a kickboxer. So that's why I passed on the minus 200. I just think Hines is a bit of a savage, like a ape with wrestling and power and cardio, and is definitely better than Austin Lane. I will say that, and he definitely has a better chin than Austin Lane too. So yeah, I don't know. I actually like under. This was pre-tape. This was pre-tape, and tape. I do agree. I do think Alvin is very durable. Obviously, Diniz is insanely durable. He's a glory kickboxer that's never been knocked out. Or maybe he has, I don't know, but that's the memory that I have from taping him. So Yeah, and he's very patient. I remember that too. I played the under 2.5 against Carl Williams, and that didn't hit either, and that was pick'em, and it felt like a trap when I clicked it. So yes, it's nothing that I'm really confident in at the moment. Pick'em feels accurate for the under. It's like, you know, they're both durable. If Alvin gets him down, he'll throw ground and pound. He'll go for subs, but will he get him? That's the question. That's the
How do you
question.
feel about the name Alvin? Like, you got to be an angry kid, right?
I'm not a fan, to be honest.
That's a terrible name.
He's a bit
Awful.
angry.
I'd be like
Let me see
committing
when
crimes.
So he ran through Philip Latu in 1 minute of round 2. So that's still under 1.5 rounds. There's a lot of fights that went over in his LFA time. This Tyler S. Camilo guy, 10 seconds. Ooh, that would have pissed me off. I remember wanting to play that one. And then this Billy Ray Valdez went to round 3. But that guy's very durable. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to be confidently locking anything in on this fight. It really depends what Alvin is going to do. Is he going to come in
If
radies?
I felt like Deniz was a quick finisher, I'd be hesitant. But like, I feel like all the first round upside is either Deniz bonks him or like Hines just takes him down and like is so dominant. But like, I don't know, man.
And if he gets taken down, he's probably just gonna survive for like 5 minutes.
All right, well, let's get to the people's main event on the undercard. We got the guy with 9 kids. You know what, Steve? I'm just gonna say it. If you had to guess which of these guys had 9 kids, you guessed wrong. It's Nico Price. Sorry. Yeah, I said it. Nico Price. In a legalized murder here against Jacoby Smith. I'm not even going to tell you the odds. Jacoby Smith is like PFL numbers. He's minus 2,500.
What about this? Since you said legalized murder, if someone came up to you and said one guy murdered the other, who would you guess?
In this fight?
On the streets.
Well, I mean, I would usually like, because I'm not like, I don't.
It was a shooting. It was a shooting.
Well, I don't see color, but you know what I do see on the street?
I'm talking about something else here. Oh, jeez, straight to the color. Jesus,
I see double knee sleeves on the street. That's what I see, and like, so
he's wearing jeans. He's wearing ripped jeans in the street. Ripped jeans. You can't even see his knee pads.
So, is there? You just want to move on from this one, or like, is there anything? Here, let me ask you that. Do you clench your butt cheeks and play this fight starts round 2? Like, or no, you're just nothing.
Yeah, well, I've been very constipated, hence all the juices that I'm drinking. But I don't need to really clench anything. But no, what I will do is I'll play round 1 because I do feel if he goes into round 2, it's probably the under 1.5 is probably cooked, just like his Contender Series fight. And I also would like to play, if I was going to play anything, I would play go on in 90 seconds. Right, that's where I'm at. Or round 1 KO. I think you can still get money. It's very square, but this is just a way of playing the under 1.5 without laying, minus 250, whatever it is now. And I only give one guy really like early KO upside. So yeah, I'll go on in 90 seconds. Let me just, if you feel like Nico Price can kill him as well, plus 375 to fight end in 60 seconds, which is pretty shit. Wow, that's a crazy line.
I don't know if these guys didn't do a show all week until maybe tonight. I got to check because I always check them out. Like,
yeah, they did.
I
was watching.
I like all 3 of them. Dude. They're fun. Yeah, I mean, I would take the 150. I mean, I don't really like, but like Wellmaker seemed like a square bet round 1 a few weeks ago, and like,
yeah, not really. A guy that gets hit a lot against Wellmaker, like, it's kind of, it looked square halfway through the round, but it was always going to be one of those, oh, he's going to look so durable, and then he just dies, which could happen here as well.
I mean,
Themba Garimba stumbled this guy. Themba the goat.
Yeah, and even the win against Morono, dude, Morono like fucking melted. Like he was just like, he literally like, he looked like he was melting in the lights. Like it was, Like, even for that block of cheese, Whitey, like, it was just terrible. He looked awesome. What's up, my dude, Blumdog? Another good follow, dude. He's funny as shit. All right, let's move on off this competitive fight. Is this order right? Oh yeah, because we lost a fight because some fat ass motherfucker weighed 10 pounds overweight. Jesus Christ. Can we just talk about what a goddamn stupid, hilarious? They schedule the worst fight ever, and then I mean McVeigh's got to get like. You think they're gonna throw McVeigh like an absolute bone after this crap, or is he gonna get like a way too competitive fight for him his next fight? What do you think they're gonna do, dude?
Well, if he doesn't get Cedric Dumas, it's already a harder matchup. Anyone other than Cedric Dumas, it's a harder matchup. So I kind of feel bad for missing out on that easy payday, but I don't know. I mean, is he even going to be signed to the UFC? He's like, it just feels like UFC might cut everyone. What's that?
Is McVeigh going to be signed?
Yeah, I mean, I know he is signed, but it's like they might just be like, I'm sick of everyone involved in this first fight.
I don't know. The one thing Dana White always seems to remember shit like this when he's like stepping up and whatever. Like, I don't know. He'll get something, but like, will he get like the Jesse Butlers of the world, or will he get like? Is he going to have to step up and face like? I mean, what about him? How do you cap him and Cody Brundage?
Oh my goodness. I don't know, man. He honestly looks a bit fraudy on tape, but he will probably submit Cody Brundage at some point. Cody will either knock him out or get submitted.
I mean, Cody was 20 seconds away from taking the O from Mansour Abdul Malik. I mean, that's ridiculous. I scored the first two rounds. I had him 2016. Yeah, bring back Jordan Wright. Let's fucking go, dude. He can be the Iron Mike Sharp, the Coco Beware of the division, the jobber to the stars to just lose to all these guys, man. All right. Terrence McSkinney against Slava Claus. The under 1.5 is minus 270. Last I checked, it still is. That's a different fight, but minus 200, 230. All right, whatever. McKinney, Borshev's getting a little bit of action, so I guess that explains it. He's plus 130. Any plays here, dude? Or it's my turn to go first.
There you go.
I mean, I think I don't know if it's going to be any value on a Borshev live bet. You know, I think the bookmakers have caught on to a lot of this, but like live action. But you know, if this fight hits the second round and Borshev is any price, I think any price plus money, and any price really like less than minus 200 is probably worth it. Is McKinney going to grapple? Like, he didn't against Damir Hadjovic. Like, he could, but he doesn't mean he will. If he does, he has a huge advantage. I think that's the binary nature of this, but I don't know, man. McKinney is just so dumb. He's so fucking stupid that like there's so many guys on this roster that are suboptimal the way they fight. And he's like the master of suboptimal fighting. Like, so I'll turn this over to like, I think the under 1.5 is it a trap? Maybe. But let me just turn this over to you. If he doesn't grapple at all, how do you cap it in just a stand-up fight?
I will cap the under for you. If McKinney doesn't grapple, then the under looks massive value. I played $600 on it. I played like 1.1 unit just because I wanted something better than, whatever. If I did $500, it's exchanging, from Australian to US. It's too complicated, so I just rounded it up to 400, which is 600.
Oh, is it?
I think he can absolutely kill Slava because the guy is so flimsy. He looked like he was out from the left hook from Hooper. And then you watch how hard McKinney hits, and it's like this could be a sub 30 seconds knockout. It really could. So if he grapples, then you go into the whole, can Slava survive on the ground? Terrence is going to take his back and put a body triangle on, and Slava's going to survive. 5 minutes of what Mark Davis did to him, or Hooper, which also went over. But then you watch McKinney, and McKinney's ground and pound is next level. So hopefully he just flattens him out in mount like he did to Hadzovic, who's very durable, actually. Demir Hadzovic was taking some bombs. And then when he got on top, he just pounded him out. Couldn't go anywhere. So, yeah, I played it. You asked if it's a trap. It could be, but, man, I actually like McKinney moneyline. Just how flimsy Slava is in every regard. Durability and takedown defense, and he's getting old now. So I was like, money line will be good, and I was like, fuck it, McKinney money line is round one. He's never won a fight outside of round one ever. So I just played the
round one
under.
was plus 145 last I looked. So
I just played the under. That was like, it was better than minus 200 before all the action came in on it. So it gives me a little bit of Slava round two.
Was your capping affected by the fact that Monk has become friends with McKinney on Twitter?
No, it wasn't. I wasn't even aware that Monk was friends. I didn't think. I thought Monk.
Dude, all right, let's go. Enough.
I thought Monk didn't. Monk wasn't allowed to be friends with African American people. That's what.
Well, I released Monk from his indentured servitude. It's been 7 years. Sorry. Wow, that was like horrible comment, but yeah, Monk's allowed to be friends with whoever he wants, and he's friends with like McKinney and just Vicious. He's anybody who will listen to his stats. Yeah, I mean, anybody who's on PCP. Have you ever seen Walk Hard? You ever seen that movie, Steve?
I have.
With John C. Reilly, where he's like Johnny. He's doing like the walk of like music fame, and he's on the top of the building, and he's on PCP. He's like, "I am Zeus." Never seen that? Yeah, it's all right. Monk was allowed. Monk is now allowed to have he has 4 friend slots in his thing. All right, so we both like the under. I mean, I'd be shocked if this fight went past that, but
famous last words.
I think Slava. If you get a live, would you live bet Slava after one? Like, you kind of have to, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, common sense.
Kind of number.
I actually do hope that Slava is the one that dies, because I don't want to rely on Slava getting a knockout, because he's gone over 1.5 many times. He loves to circle, stick, and move.
Yeah, McKinney though just likes to walk into like fucking shit. I don't know, but I hear what you're saying. Like, Slava likes to take his time. All right, I have no passion to take about Vivi Araujo against Cortez. I know you on your early take had a hotter take on this fight. Did you stick with the read or no?
No, I said it's a dog or pass still, but I have zero passion about it, so we can move on. Save some time on this one. Who cares?
All right.
About this fight, really?
Is the over value at like minus 12 million?
Probably not, actually. After seeing Vivi almost get knocked out by Rebus when I thought she had an iron chin, probably not.
All right. Let's get to a fun fight. Another one. I don't have a bet on this one, so Hyder Emil against Jose Delgado. Emil is plus 125. A lot of money has come on in him throughout the week. Delgado down to minus 145. The total has gotten. This is something I actually has my interest in a weird way, but the total has gotten mashed. Fight doesn't go is minus 200 now. I don't have a bet, Steve, but I get the feeling this is your fight that looks like it should have finished 13 times and ends up being like a weird decision. I almost want to bet the split. Like, in terms of Delgado probably comes out hot. I don't know if I love Hyder Emil's cardio, but like I feel like the third round ends up becoming this like attritional shit where like the judges just don't know what to do because they're throwing bombs. But I feel like this fight might weirdly go the distance. I don't have the testicular fortitude to bet it. It's just my feeling that like maybe the split's got value. Like, is there a side you like here? Is 145 okay now for Delgado? Or I know you liked Emil, I think, earlier in the week, but
yeah, after tape, it still feels like a dog or pass fight, honestly. It just feels like competitive fight, and very volatile as well. And I just feel like I'd rather live bet it. It's a fight where I might get a lot of questions answered about Delgado. and I would like to just sit back and watch, enjoy the violence. Even if it's not finishing violence. I do agree it's probably going to be one of those fights with a lot of finishing opportunities that goes over. Both guys are Mexican, durable Mexican guys. I think they both have a good jiu-jitsu background, so it's probably going to be just some knockdowns. And the only way Emil really kills you is if Delgado fights like the Korean guy with no defense. But I think that Delgado will try to be a little bit evasive. He loves to circle, stick and move. So yeah, it's what's the over? I know Pepe mentioned on that podcast that you said you like to listen to. He was on their show this morning. I didn't finish because he was going so long, and it was during PFL.
Oh, Beat the Line. If they did a show, I gotta watch that. I like those guys, dude. It's plus 160. Fight goes plus 100 over 2.5. Let me ask.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase the question for you, Steve, because I know you're the king of the 1.5s. Do you feel like if this fight goes over 1.5, it goes a distance at like a super high clip, or can you see like a late finish more often than not? Because I feel like if it doesn't end after 1, I feel like it's going.
Yeah, it's one of. I think there's many. There's one of those ones where it doesn't end early, then it's not going to end late. But there's ones where it doesn't end early, but it's like the finishing upside is attritional later on. So this could be Jose Delgado has finishes, both early and both attritional when he just breaks people. So obviously you got a round 2 KO in Contender Series, and then he has a round 3 against a massive bum, Alberto Romo, and this other Sean Gee almost went over 2.5 rounds. But he also ate shit from Chris McCante for 3 rounds and didn't die. So I don't know. It's just a tough fight to cap all around. I think old mate slows down a bit. Harder Emil, he loves his pressure, but he kind of slows down. Maybe Delgado will have the better cardio because he hasn't been long much, but he seems to not slow down as much. Maybe because he fights more technically, So
yeah, I mean, I guess the pace early is gonna dictate. I mean, I don't know. I could see them both being fucking gassed in the third.
This one, bring Blom Dog's thing out because that's hilarious. I passed on that under, and I was just thinking how pissed I would be if I played it. So I'm glad someone got burned by it.
Do you think like I know that you're a fan of the kicky ball. Do you think this is the kind of fight that deserves stoppage time, like the progressive stoppage time at the end of the fight? Like just throw 2 minutes probably on the end of it for like.
Yeah, I would say so.
Hey, are you happy that the Aussie boys, that amateur team, scored a fucking goal in the group stage of the FIFA World? Did you see that? They scored a goal.
They're not Aussie. They're New Zealand
or whatever. They scored 1 goal and they got a draw.
They're not Aussie though. They're New Zealand, but close enough.
This fucking team they lost by a touch. They lost 10-0 to Bayern Munich. And now they're all back to like their day jobs. Oh shit! Look at this motherfucker. Oh, I thought he was talking about me for Pride Month, but
he is talking about you.
God, this would be so funny if the Peyton Talbot fight was next, but it's not. It's 2 fights away.
It would be funny if he could actually structure the joke in a clever way, but he's got a few more years to get there.
With Pierce in quite a while. I rather like him though.
You're not missing out on much. It's just jokes that miss the mark in Discord every day of the week.
Well, we're not all blessed with the gift of gab and the gift of jab, right? We got Jack Hermanson and we got RoboCop Obama. Still, he's a little more now. Minus 220 for Rodriguez. The total doesn't matter. Fight doesn't go is minus 125. I think that's correlated. Do you have anything here? Because I have like at least one thing that I'm stealing from Brady on this fight.
I kind of like the under there, but obviously I feel like it correlates with RoboCop. Everyone can finish RoboCop. Everyone's got finished by Iron Turtle. So it's kind of gives you a little bit of Jack Hermanson upside. And the guy has finished a lot of dudes back in the day, especially with his ground and pound. But yeah, that's what I'm liking. I'm liking the under because it's plus money. How often do we see a RoboCop under at plus money? So that's where I was at. Better than his minus 200 price. And yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't have a strong lean I just feel like minus 200 is a bit too far for me for Gregory, and then I feel like Jack is a hard click. Honestly, he's a hard click because I think RoboCop might be better than Piper and the last three guys. Even the leader, even though the leader beat him, I think RoboCop's better than the leader. So it's a
So
fight that
Brady,
I'm just leaving for now.
so Brady and I were talking about this, and like his angle on this fight, I think, is probably the way to go. I don't see a late finish from RoboCop. I think if he finishes him, it's in the first 2 rounds. I think if this fight gets extended, it's because Hermanson kind of stayed at distance and he's just landing some like just kick and move, kick and move. I will say that Jack Hermanson for me is immortalized because Jack Hermanson set off the historical chain of events that ruined Chris Curtis's life. Like he's patient zero for when people were like, fuck Chris Curtis. And I'm like, I've been fucking saying it for forever. And like now Chris Curtis is a fucking pariah. And Hermanson started that trend for him by just sticking and moving and sticking and moving. That's a different stylistic fight. I don't see any grappling here, really. I don't see RoboCop. Is this? I mean, I didn't watch a lot of pods this week, Steve, but I imagine people are once again betting the RoboCop sub, imagining that he uses his elite jujitsu because, like, and they're probably. I mean, this is the same people that like. I'm not busting on Pepe. He's my fucking guy. We all have our bets that we love to make. I know me and Sean Orr have Parker Porter sub. Like it's gonna happen one day. I think Pepe's is like the Diakesi sub. Like it's just you have to just keep doing it. It's gonna happen. I feel like people are like, oh yeah, RoboCop's just gonna like take him down and choke him. I don't think so in this fight. So Brady and I were talking, and like RoboCop 1-2 is plus 215. And I think if like that's a kind of that's a way I'm looking to play this fight as well. Like, could he win the first 2 rounds and win a decision? Yeah. But I think he can drop Hermanson. Hermanson's been. Did you see the picture of Hermanson? Like they're trying to start shit in like Sweden, and it's like him and two bros in their underwear. Like he should be plus 500 for this picture.
Can't say I have.
Oh, it's just. I mean, it like, dude, I don't even have min chub. It was awful. Like no erection whatsoever from it. It was gross. Um, I just think I mean, if this fight's just on the feet and it's not Hermanson just hitting bullshit leg kicks, I think all the damage is from G-Rod. I think he can get him out of there. Hermanson is getting a little older. I know that Chris Curtis didn't land anything and it became this distance striking match. I know Pfeiffer didn't get him out of there, but I've been saying that Pfeiffer's like fucking overrated for so long. I think Pfeiffer's like as our guy Ugabe would say, he's just like a bonk lord. I think G-Rod's striking is better. I think it's more refined. I don't think G-Rod has to hit him one punch. I think he can just consistently get him out. I think it's one-way traffic on the feet. I just like the plus 215 odds for that. I think I like, but that's where I'm gonna play this fight. I'm not interested in the minus 200. I'd rather just take the 1-2 for smaller. But all right. Well, speaking of another fight, and this is another one I have a feel on. Peyton Talbot against Felipe Lima. Lima down to minus 170. This was, I think it was as high as minus 200 early in the week. It was. Talbot's plus 145. What do you got, Big Steve?
Great fight. This is probably more interesting than the Emil fight. This could be on the main card. It's not on the main card, right? Or just made it? Oh, yes, opening up. Yeah, this is one of my favorite fights. I think I like Lima at chalk. I was going to literally just lock it in and forget. Like, kind of felt like that about Barcelos last week against Cody. And then I let people talk me out of it, and the line just went and went and it just kept on going. Obviously, it was a little bit sweaty in round one. But now I've talked myself out of it, and I think Peyton, there's just this feeling that he's going to surprise. He's going to shit on the recency bias. But Lima is very good. He's very, very good. But he's just a bit hittable. So you don't want to be that hittable against Peyton Talbot. So competitive fight, back and forth. You know, there's probably going to be some takedowns. Talbot's probably going to start much earlier than people expect him to. I know he's billed as a slow starter, but And yeah, I can't really get a good read, honestly. Another fight that I would like to live bet and see how they're playing out, how it's going. Go the distance, yeah, I kind of agree with that, but it's chalky, isn't it?
Yeah, it's minus 240 for the over 2.5.
Yeah, it's disgusting. But I know Luke is very okay with those kind of plays.
Oh,
Um,
minus 240 for Luke is like plus 150 for me. It's like average, it's like perfect. Like it's like a first half over in soccer. All right, so I have a weird take on how I want to bet this fight. And I
mm,
kind of like he got minus 150, so that's a good number.
he's lying.
I
I
kind of
believe
I kind of don't like that this is a thing that exists, Steve. But this feels like the kind of fight where you almost wait till like the last minute to live bet it, and you look for Talbot at like plus 900, and you're like, well, he probably lost this fight, and it's like, well, did the judges give him like any like this is the kind of fight where like the bullshit split happens. Like this is another split decision kind of fight. So let's talk about the Barcelos fight real quick with Talbot because it wasn't a great look for him, and I understand that. But the one thing that I was impressed with, his cardio was fine, dude. He looked great in the third round. Like, wasn't gassed, was throwing a lot of volume, understood the assignment, like he did. And I like seeing that. I like seeing that he was like, I know what I got to do. I got to go. And he didn't look. What I like is he wasn't frustrated by how the fight went on. Like he knew what was going on. Like, which you see this with a lot of young guys. They get frustrated. They're like, God, I'm not getting my game off. Like he knew what he had to do. Yeah, he started stuffing some takedowns in the third. He knew it was too late. Learning lesson. What I'm concerned with is like I don't know who he's training with because it doesn't seem like he's training like at a good, like it's not at a great gym. Like I'm not convinced that Lima just spams take. I'm not convinced that he throws a ton of takedowns. This is the guy that like lost the first two rounds to Naimov, and I know it was like short notice, but like I don't know. I'm not like super. I think Lima's very good, but I don't know that if you're betting him at this price, it's got to be predicated on the fact that he gets a couple of takedowns and gets a lot of top time in at least the first two rounds, and I'm not so sold on that. So I'd rather live bet it after one and see what Lima's game plan is before I do anything. If you're betting Lima at this price, you have to believe that he's mauling him on the ground. And I'm not so sure that's where we're going here. So I get it. And to Luke's point, I do like the fight goes. I think I don't see a finish on either side, but I get
I
what you're
think
saying about playing Lima. It's not recency bias against Talbot. It's do you agree? Like he has to grapple to cover this number. Like, can he cover that number 15 minutes standing or no?
I do think he can be competitive. Like he's a very good stand-up guy as well. He's just the reason he's so good is just because what the hell is that? Is because he's just a good all-around fighter. Great cardio, great grappling, and great striking too. He throws good kicks very fast. He might be faster than Talbot. So yeah, I just think he just might keep it competitive on the feet until he decides to shoot. Just at the right time. But if Talbot like gets up, disengages, hits him once or twice, or hits him once and forces him to respect him, and then it might just be like a really, really close pick 'em type fight. So just another one that I'd rather just enjoy.
I gotcha. All right. This is one that I have interest on because my buddy's kid was choking me out today when we met up. He's a big Benny fan. Strangely
Fade the
enough,
kid. Always fade the kids.
this kid, I mean, he may be 10, but he has strong grip strength, and I'm old as shit. Benny
Mm.
Dariush and Moicano. RIP to all of you guys that had Dariush at like plus 180. I get it. Now we're pick 'em. The total is that's still minus 110. Okay. The total is fight doesn't go is minus, well, it depends on your book, I guess. Minus 135 to 150. Uh You
It's
have a
like
lean on
pick 'em
this?
for the 2.5.
Eh?
Yes. So I thought you yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah, the under 2.5, pick 'em. Kind of lean the under. Pierce is stealing my leans. Moicano KO. The kid just chills in my Discord and just tries out his stand-up comedy routine and then takes all my leans and then just goes live on podcasts and just reveals them to the world. But yeah, I had, I think it was plus 160 on Dariush and didn't feel great about it. And then, now the money's coming in on him and now it's about to be flipped. And he's literally doing interviews saying how he wants to retire and whatnot. As overrated as Renato Moicano is, in my opinion, hence why I faded him with Benny the first time, I don't think he wants to retire anytime soon. The guy's loving it. I think he just finally cracked the code on how to make money in the UFC, right? You talk shit, you become cringe, you keep winning fights against bums. UFC keeps feeding you bums because they know you can't win. But if they like you, they give you favorable matchups, as opposed to Dariush, who just keeps fighting upwards, going from Oliveira to Armin, just dudes that can KO him one after
Well,
another.
he got his Tesla. He don't care anymore.
Exactly. I mean, if you have a Tesla, just fade the fighter with a Tesla. We should have just said that from the start. But well, let me ask you this: you see Nico Price and Jacoby Smith on the street. Which one of those guys would you say owns a Tesla?
I can't tell if this is a trap or not. Well, can I
Just be
can I
honest,
ask
mate.
can I
Just
ask
be
a
honest.
question before I answer it? How many kids does the Tesla fit?
You don't know about
I
how
don't know
much
about
kids
the
Nico
kids.
Price. You don't know about the kids because that would make it very hard.
All right, I got to think Nico Price.
Okay, very racist answer, but doesn't matter. We'll move on.
Meg
Yes.
Ryan or Jack Nicholson? Do you know what that's from?
No, but I'll take Jack Nicholson. I don't even care what it's about. I'll just take Jack.
Did you ever saw Billy Madison?
I did.
That's a Norm special. He goes, who would you rather bang, Meg Ryan or Jack Nicholson? He goes, Jack Nicholson now or 1970? He goes, 72. He goes, Meg Ryan.
Well,
I'm with you on the under, and I'm with Pierce on this Moicano KO. So solely for two reasons. I can see this not being any grappling at all. It's a pay-per-view. I don't know that they want to. I don't know that Moicano is going to initiate anything. And how's he going to get Benny down? He loves body locks, against the cage, and I can't see that working from Moicano. As far as Benny being washed, he looked pretty fucking good against Oliveira for 3 minutes, and then he gaps going for the finish.
yeah, that's Oliveira. Anyone can take Oliveira down. He didn't even take him down. Oliveira pulled guard.
I feel like if this is on the feet, I think it's Moicano throwing more. I trust his durability. And I mean, I can't look past how fucking good he looked against Saint-Denis. Dude, he crushed them. I mean, and I lost a bag on that fight, but dude, he rolled a guy who was the most no, he didn't.
He just took him down, and it was all downhill from there.
But he did the job. He understood the assignment. After he took him down,
yeah, he's always had top control, great top control, and then the idiot just came out, threw a naked body kick, and got taken down. That was the period when old mate had no coach. Remember, he said, "I didn't have a coach for the last 3 fights, and I've got a coach now." And then he barely squeaked past that Canadian guy they brought in on short notice, and I was like, "Yeah, Saint Denis is done, dude. Give him a couple more fights, and he'll be out of the ranking." Just the way he's been looking recently.
Do you think
But look, he took him down. Took him down. You're right. He did his job, but yeah, he won't be able to take Dariush down as easy.
Interesting parties would like to know if you think this is live.
No, not really. No, I think.
Well, you said you like the under, so that's why I put that up there. I didn't know.
Oh, it's all KO. It's all KO. I wouldn't mind if it ends in KO then instead of the under. That was my main reason. I thought Dariush could absolutely kill him the first time around.
Let me see what that's at. That's an interesting look too.
You can also just easily just pass the whole card and just put 2 units on Nico Price loses in under 60 seconds, and that's your profit secured for the next 3 weeks.
Hey, asshole Luke, get off my fucking gimmick, bitch. But also, that's okay. Money bags is possible. Yeah, I got to pass the yam bag gimmick on to somebody, Steve. I got to like pass this on. I got to perpetuate it.
It's not my style. Not my style
fight to ending KO is plus 160. Not a bad price.
Plus 160 or 16? 60. Wow, that's a lot of value from the under.
Motherfucker.
You did actually.
Sorry.
Maybe get that cigarette out of your mouth next time you give me the odds.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Gotta have something in my mouth.
Yeah. You may smoke. I will allow you to smoke on this podcast because it's your last one.
I can't take him with you. Thank you. I can't take him with me. I mean, the plus 160 is interesting.
Plus 180 on Bet Online, apparently.
I can't get on a money line here. The Moicano props, like, fine. I can't get on a money line here just because of how much, I hate rebooks. I know you do too, man. I know most people. I fucking hate it, dude. You get a number and it moves like 60, 80 points. Like, it's fucking just infuriating. But I don't know. If you like Dariush, I'd say wait till like right before the fight because I feel like a lot of the public like during the card is gonna like a lot of public money will come in on Moicano.
You like my logo jumper?
I do. Are you making designs for people? Are you available for work if people need work?
Yeah, man. I've been busy as doing that. I'm actually really behind.
I'm trying to fucking promote you, dude. Like, really.
I'm really behind on all my deadlines because I've been focusing on gambling instead of my big clients. But that's all right. It kind of doesn't pay off when you lose $300, and then your like $2,000 client is like, "Oh, is the logo ready on Monday?" I'll be like, "Sure." I'll just have to work over Saturday and Sunday.
You got to be like, hey, I had to add another color. Your logo is now $5,500.
I'll be like, sorry, I lost $500 on Jacoby Smith to win inside 60 seconds. He won 65 seconds.
All right, but it's quality. So just put a picture of Jacoby Smith in the middle. I'm gonna pass this one to you after 30 seconds. I have a bet on this fight. Brandon Royval versus Josh Van. I took Royval ITD at plus 425. I don't know, man. This is a lot of steam on Van. I get it, like trajectory's great for him. But I don't know, man. I don't like the short notice. I don't know that like this he's gonna out volume and Royval's gonna get tired as this fight goes on. I feel like a lot of the dudes that Van's beat in his run are kind of guys that are front loaded. I don't think Royval is. I think Royval has finishing equity here. I mean, I think the line, like I get the line, it's fine being close to a pick'em, Van slight favorite, but I don't agree with it. I get it, but I think Royval, like strength of schedule, time off, like can vet less on him here a little bit. So I play the in the distance. That's how Van seems to lose. Again, we're still not very far removed. I know that Royval and Charles Johnson are very different types of strikers in terms of like Johnson's a little more upright. Royval's a little more like awkward. But I don't think Royval is going to get tired, and I think he's going to have a little bit of success early too. Like I know Van's been winning first rounds, but I don't know, man. I think Royval, like he's so fucking awkward that like Van hasn't really fought guys like this, and I think Royval is going to have a lot more success than people think, and he's not going to fatigue as the fight goes on. I mean, if Van's landing a lot of body shots, maybe, but I don't know, man. I've seen Royval look really good late in the fights with guys that throw a lot of volume. I'm not really worried about that. So I think the Royval ITD at over plus 4-1 is like pretty crazy. What do you think?
Look, I got a unit and a half on Van and don't feel amazing about it. I'll probably just get out completely. Yeah, I want to bet him. I want to bet him so much because the aura is all Van, and I'm not one of these guys that's been glazing Van from the start. Like I had like,
Excuse me, or the word aura is banned from this channel.
oh,
Thank
is
you.
that okay? My bad. Well, you should have told me. How could you bring on a guest with so much aura and then ban the word itself?
I just banned it. I just banned it just now.
Oh, okay, cool. All good. I will not use any more aura from here on out. I'm just taking my glasses off. So
Only Pepe is allowed to use the word aura.
that's cool. I had the decision against Zalgis, $6.50 plus 550 and a bunch of others, but I faded him versus CJ. I hate CJ too, and I faded him because I saw the holes in his game, and I haven't been one of these guys that's been playing his 2-3 KO every single fight. Only played Cody Durden round 2 KO and Bruno Silva round 2 KO. I would say the ones with the most value, and he doesn't kill either of them in round 2. So, but I just think he's still leveling up. He's so young. And I just hate Royval. I hate Royval. I hate the way he fights. First, it was like, this is amazing. There's so much volume, so much pace, so unorthodox. And now I just I see him as as a Victor Altamirano that's ranked. That's how I see him. And I'm like, I hate this style. This touch and move, this no power. The only time he has power is if he lands a knee up the middle or like a spinning elbow. But other than that, it's disgusting to watch. So I hope Van takes his head off. Maybe hurts him to the body, knocks him out. Maybe calf slices him or something, because he loves to go for a calf slicer. But yeah, I'll probably just cash out. It just feels like I'm forcing it by trying to get an edge at pick'em on either one of these guys. It's like neither one of these guys is going to slow down. They both have a good round two. And I will say Royval is very hittable to the head, and he gets dropped a lot. I think this is one of those fights where it might not be a fight where he can recover. But
do you
he probably
think
does.
there's any value on just the under then? It's plus 155, plus 160. Any value on that or?
No, personally, no, just because Van has failed against non-durable guys before, like very tilting unders, and now he's got an extremely
Like a
durable
Durden
guy.
fight?
Correct. Bruno was worse. That knee he landed on Bruno in round 2, and he stood over him. He started throwing ground and pound. I was like, I could see the ref in split second touching him and ending the fight, and then it didn't happen. I was like, you got to be kidding me, because I knew he was going up to round 3 after that. But yeah, I think, and I also don't want to rely on Royval finishing him. I think Josh Van has great submission defense, despite people saying he's been caught in the regionals. You see him diving into guillotines of Chires, into triangles, while rocked, while gassed, and he's aware enough to get out of it, composed, I should say. So yeah, just a past fight. I'm going to enjoy it, thoroughly enjoy it. There's no way these two can be in a boring fight. If they are, then I've cursed it. But it is what it is.
I watched like 2 pods this week, and people were like talking shit on Chires having success. Dude, I think Chires is like, I don't know. I rate him a lot higher than I guess a lot of people do. Like
best non-ranked flyweight in my opinion.
I think he's great, dude. Like he's a tough matchup.
I think he should be ranked. I think he would run through Schnell and just a bunch of these other guys that are taking the bottom rankings in that division when they shouldn't be.
I agree. All right, come in event time. Pantoja, Kaikara, France. Pantoja hanging at minus 220. I know the sub for him is like plus 2 something or other. Last I looked. Any feelings on this for you betting wise? Is it dog or pass for you or no?
I have $3.20 on Kaikara, France. I've got a whole unit on it to win like 1,300 minimum tape. I just felt like this line is going to move. I see so much noise on Kai. It makes sense. He's fought a lot of grapplers. He's beat a bunch. He knocked out Steve Erceg. If anyone's going to knock out Kai, it's probably going to be not Kai Pantoja. It's probably Kai. And the first fight was close on Ultimate Fighter. The judges had 2-0, and Kai completely shut down his grappling, but the issue was he wasn't throwing much hands. So that's an issue. Pantoja can probably edge it out even without grappling. But he's improved a lot. I'm going to say this Pantoja's improved a lot, but he's also looking worse at the same time. Like he's almost losing a 5-round decision to Steve Erceg, for example. It's like, that's not the Pantoja I remember, like that Pantoja would win 30-27 against Erceg, or he would run through him. He's just seeming a little bit, maybe he's fighting too much. I don't know. Maybe he's fighting too much, but yeah, I just think, I don't really like Kai, but from a value perspective. I bet it. There's not much tape involved. We'll see if I hedge out much. If I hedge it all out, we'll see. But dog will pass for me.
Yeah, I agree. I know people are on the Pantoja sub, but like the one thing is Pantoja doesn't get dropped. Like he's shown a good chin in his career, but he's shown a good chin against like nobody that like really has like a ton of like power like or speed. Like, and I think Kai Kara-France at least has the speed and the endurance to kind of like land one or two on the button. And I honestly think that could just win a round. Because I don't think Kai Kara-France, he's shown good fight IQ. If he knocks Pantoja down, he's going to tell a ref to get him up. He's not going down on the ground with like Pantoja, get up, get up, get up. Could rock him. Like, I think if Pantoja can stuff a few takedowns, I feel like this is the kind of fight, like you mentioned the Usyk fight. It's not like every Pantoja fight has 4 minutes of top control per round. Like there are rounds where it's just kind of dicey. And I feel like every round that's dicey in this fight probably goes to Kai Kara-France. It's going to be landing the bigger shots. To your point, you think Pantoja has gotten worse but better. I've said this for years about him. You know what it is? This fucking dude had to sit in the sidelines for like 2 years to wait for a title shot. And he fought and he stayed active, but like, what are your goals as a fighter? Like, that's your goal, win the title. And it's like delayed. And I think because of all the delays, he finally won the title and he's like, I'm here. That Usyk fight should not. And Usyk made like a tactical error in the 5th round, or he could very well be the champion right now. I think Pantoja is one of these guys that fights. I don't want to say fights down to his competition, but he's a slim margins. He's a slim margins guy, unless he's facing a lower level guy that he can run over. And if you think he's a slim margins guy, I don't know how you price him at minus 220 and think it's okay, right? So I'm with you on dog or pass here. It's got to be by decision. I don't know. I don't think he gets to finish. Pantoja's fucking pretty goddamn durable, and he's got that Brazilian nonsense shit.
Here's another way to play it. If you don't think Pantoja subs him, there's value, right? So you can just play the over and pick him, which is quite interesting. First time nobody sniffed the finish in their fight, and yeah, now the 4.5 rounds is pick him.
Yeah, I don't like betting over 4.5s, but I agree with you. I don't really see
like all the Pantojas other than Kaya Sakura, which whatever, that guy is just clearly a white belt, have gone to decision. You know, Usyk, Royval, Moreno, even Kai. What do you have? The Albazi fight went to 5-round decision. I don't know. Just feels like if I didn't have Kai, I would probably play that. I'll play unit on the over.
So as we get to the main event, if you guys are still watching, go subscribe to Big Steve's channel, Big Steve MMA. Shout out to Big Steve. Does all the leagues. Sign up for his Discord. It's cheap as shit. You cheap motherfuckers. It's very cheap. It's a bunch of ball busters. It's fun. If you like soccer, if you just like betting on Saturday morning, I got you covered. Like I got you. Unless Steve bets what I bet, then just fucking fade the shit out of it. Like he is the mush for my goddamn shit. He's single-handedly killing PSG, I think. I don't know. But we got the main event. We got Ilia Topuria, massive favorite. He's down to minus 425. It's minus 500 yesterday when I checked. Oliveira's plus 325. I imagine on fight day, a lot of people either busted parlays or I hate saying casuals because I'm like a fucking idiot, doesn't know shit. But I imagine Oliveira will take some money like as we get closer to the fight. I have a bet on this one at minus 140 odds. I took Ilia Topuria in under 2.5 rounds. I think that this is going to be. It's not going to even go that much, but I think I almost did the 1-2, but a little bit of a delta between the under 2.5. It was like a 45-cent difference between under 2.5 and 1-2, and that always like makes me nervous when I see so much of a difference. But I don't know, man. I think Topuria at some point in 5 years is going to be in the conversation with like John Jones, Khabib, GSP as like greatest ever. Like I think his power at 155 is going to be. I mean, he's so elite. I don't know what Oliveira's path is here. I don't. I don't think I don't know how Oliveira gets top time. I know Bryce Mitchell got it. Like I get it, but like I think that Poirier is only going to need to land 1 or 2 shots, and we've seen Oliveira get hit. Like Poirier, Chandler, all these guys. I get it. I don't know. I think Poirier like just knocks him into the 5th row, dude. What do you think?
Can't disagree. I have some Topuria rounds 1, 2, or 3. Slight minus money. I didn't even tape it. It's just I don't have to tape it. It's like, yeah, I always talk about how much money I had on Armin versus Charles. And there was a couple of sweaty moments. I don't even think Topuria will have those sweaty moments, or they'll be less scary. And plus, it's a 5-rounder, so if it somehow goes into round 4, then Topuria will just kill him in round 4 or round 5.
If it goes in round 4, I lost all my money. Like it's done.
Yeah, well, that's it. It is what it is. Yeah, but I don't have a irresponsible amount like yourself. I just have a little bit over half a unit to win half a unit because it was like early in the week and it was the only book that released props on only the main fight. So I got down as much as I could, and I was like, all right, I've got something. If I don't take the card at all this week, I've got Topuria 1, 2, 3 to look forward to. So I might even just go under 1.5. You know, fight ends in round 1 and 2. I'll check that out right now. Let me have a look. Like, there's a lot on Oliveira's record that's not aging well right now. Just all these washed guys at lightweight losing 13 minutes of his fight versus Armin. I wouldn't really go into Topuria KO at minus 200. I think that's a trap. I think he could get a sub. Just if you want to be safe, you know, if you're like me and you're betting like a lot, just you're gonna hate it if he just kills him. If he like drops him and then submits him. All right, where are we? Round 1 and 2. Round 1 and 2. Double chance, maybe. Or even just round 2. Topuria round 2 KO is plus 400.
There you go.
I don't mind that. That's generally when it happens. And
I like
Topuria,
the big criticism this week against Topuria is that Jai Herbert, like that's what you're gonna hear. Jai Herbert hurt him, dude. That fight was 3.5 years ago, and that was
rubbish. It's rubbish.
And that wasn't his first fight at 155. It's like, oh, he's bad. Come on, dude. Like,
not only that, it was short notice, and I like to see that. I like to see someone eat a clean head kick and catch himself. He didn't even fall back. He fell onto his arms. I'll count that as a flash knockdown. Topuria 1 and 2 is 10 cents worse than Pick'em. Quite a nice price. Price.
You said something early on your pod this week that I liked. And I don't want to be like, I'm not trying to be like disrespectful to Oliveira, but when I did the pod that week, when it was Sarukian and Oliveira, I said, people were like, this is disrespectful. I'm like, you're right. Sarukian should be a way bigger favorite. Like, I thought this was an absolute fucking smash shot for him. I think you said, like, yeah, Oliveira won like 1.5 minutes of that fight, and he almost won a fucking greasy split decision. Like, Sarukian, yeah, he put himself in two bad spots. But I thought
almost felt like a fix to give round 3 to Oliveira based off a failed submission attempt with 20 seconds to go. It's like
the second round was like just. I mean, it's dumb. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not like even a big Sarukian guy, but I thought that was clean to me. I thought it was a clean win. And
oh yeah, it's clear 29-28 worst case.
Oh my God, Damari.
Damari Sims.
I know he's a good. He does things the right way. I like the way he does things.
I know Damari. I call him Damari Simps.
He's good. He's like Subhuman, except not soccer. But like in terms of my like respect for like how he does things, like I like that. All right, so we're both on Topuria. I guess that's it. Like, I'm just gonna give you guys a bullshit. Can I give you a 3-leg bullshit round robin for tomorrow? That's all like crazy odds.
Can you give me some Club World Cup stuff? I don't really want to bet on MLS.
No, I don't give out MLS.
Or
I'll
like
give how about I
second.
give one I'll give one bet that I think is totally mispriced.
Uh,
In it's Swedish Super Retten. It's Oddvold. Their team total is plus 180. They're like a big underdog on the road. Dude, this team is making me money every week, and they play like all these high scoring games. I don't understand these. I don't understand it. Like and these are the bullshit leagues. Like you bet a lot of like. I'm not saying like Octagon's bullshit or like Eternal. Like I'm not saying these leagues are bullshit, but lower level leagues like college football, I bet like these games at like Texas State and Rice. I'm always getting a line that I'm like, only sharps are betting this. Like they're not only fucking assholes like me bet this. I'm not a sharp, but only assholes like me bet these kind of games because you're getting like pure lines. And like oddball, like these lower level leagues, dude, like that's why I bet years to Visa, like they just don't catch on, like because there's not a lot of money that goes in this, and I'm not betting like thousands of dollars on it. But Oddvold, man, like all they do is like fucking score 2, 3 goals a game, like consistently. They're losing 3-2, they're drawing 3-3. Like I don't care. Again, it's another team total. It's plus 180, and I don't get it. So Oddvold plus 180 team total. I like that. I've already hammered it. There's really nothing else for soccer. Like, I mean, once Premier League starts, like I care, but like when we get to be excited for United for like fucking 1 week and they lose 4-0, we're like, there they are. There they are. Like there
dude,
we
I've
are.
been following this transfer news way too much. Just like the same shit as bid put in, bid rejected, new bid put in, bid rejected.
For
And it's like,
Embuemo.
and I'm like, dude, I can't help but click on it, but I know it's going to be a bullshit update, but I just can't help because it just pops. I'm not even subscribed. It just pops up in my home feed. My feed is just all transfer news for Manchester United. And then they
I
got me
think
with the Jokeritz, even though I had zero hope for it. And then now they're bringing it back again. Now he wants to come to join again, and it's giving me hope.
this is going to be an interesting year because Sky Sports is talking to like American channels about licensing the championship on American TV. Like right now, I know Paramount Plus gets like a few games, but now Wrexham's there and they know this is going to be like a massive thing in the American market. And they're talking to people like, how do we get Wrexham and these games? Because now, and Birmingham that came up is owned by like Tom Brady's like a minority owner. So they're trying to get these fucking teams on American TV to like capitalize on, the popularity of the Premier League. And I already watch all these bullshit leagues. Like, dude, I'm betting like fucking Charlton Athletic and like these are like Leighton Orient. Like, I bet these fucking, I love this goddamn shit. And it's interesting because I think people think Wrexham's just going to immediately be in the Premier League and like they're not, dude. Like, this is a fucking, sorry, I know we've gone off the rail now, but like, Steve, these guys have gone, they're playing 38 games a season and they get eliminated in like the first round of cups. So now they're playing 46 games in just the championship. And then they have the EFL Cup, they have the league, like they have now they're playing like almost like close to 65 games a year. This is a massive difference. And none of these teams have squad depth. Like they don't. So like a team like Wrexham that's like, well, now we got to buy like 2 players to compete. Dude, you don't have depth. Like if one guy gets injured, you fucking suck, dude. You're like getting relegated. So but it's cool. It's still cool that like this is a thing. I just like that maybe more and more people are getting interested in even lower level soccer.
Yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from, but yeah, they got money. That's more than majority of the clubs getting promoted have. So, and they got popularity, so they might not get promoted straight away, but it'll probably
What's gonna
happen.
happen is they're gonna be like 12th when we get to like the mid like January. And then they're gonna
Mm.
spend like 140 million in the transfer window and get like any Premier League player on like a bottom team is gonna be like, yeah, I'll go there. Like they're already getting Vardy, but they're gonna get like a bunch of Vardys. Like
Well, are they getting money?
Vardy's going there for 1 year, dude. He's not.
That's great. And where are they now? Are they in the championship or they're still in Division 1?
They're in the championship, dude. They got promoted. They took second. Them in
Yeah, it kind of
Birmingham, first and second.
sucks because he could have played in the Premier League still, but
But he's done. He's playing one more year, and they're giving him like a fucking bag, dude. They gave him like the fucking bag to play one more year for them. He
Is
played
that
for Leicester for so long, dude. He's getting paid as like this is like a in memoriam for his career. They're giving him like an insane amount of money to like basically do nothing, like just to be like, hey, you're our guy, like, and he's gonna start for him. They're gonna pay him like $15 million. He's gonna start. And he's like 39, dude. Good for him, dude. And he'll probably
Yeah,
score 20 goals.
I get you. Is he actually? Is it confirmed that he's going to retire after this year? Is this his last year?
No, but it's getting to
Okay.
that point where like how much can he go? Like, dude, he's in great shape. He doesn't really get hurt. Dude, he's still productive this year. The problem is they have the ball like they have 9%. Leicester had like the ball 9% of the time. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, he can't score. But anyway, we're gonna go, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I have nothing to promote. Go follow Steve, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.
You got a sub.